I now have the honor, the distinct honor of introducing someone very special to the stage today. This individual is a true pioneer, the true trailblazer of this Jeunesse journey that all began back on 09 at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I still remember that first conference call we did together. Somebody that joined this company with a big dream, with a big vision that so perfectly aligned with ours, and who put so many air miles on the board that she's probably lost count. But this woman is someone that I've known for about 10 years now. I've learned a lot from her over the years, as thousands of people have. She's built a team of over 500,000 distributors all around the world, probably one of the top networkers in the entire industry today. She's someone that leads with her heart. She's someone that is an absolute workhorse, puts it all on the line for her team. She's left her family behind on countless occasions because of her dedication to her team. And I've seen so many entrepreneurs grow because of her mentorship. Entrepreneurs that had no experience in network marketing grow to be diamonds, to be double diamonds in Jeunesse, and to find true success in their lives. So if we could all get up on our feet and bring full power and welcome to the stage our Presidential Diamond Director, Miss Kim Wee.
Thank you. Please be seated. Hello, Jeunesse. It's an honor for me to be here today. It's an honor for me to have the privilege to start this company with Wendy and Randy. And I still recalled about 6 years ago when Randy in Los Angeles told me that, you know what, Kim? You're going to be healthier, you're going to be prettier, and you're going to be richer. And I still remember 6 years ago. And 6 years later, Randy was absolutely right. Not only for myself, but for hundreds and thousands of people around the world in this thing called Jeunesse Global. So let's give a big round of applause. You know, Scott had asked me to talk about this topic called igniting your potential. And I believe over this weekend that you've heard it all from all aspects. Talk about talent, talk about human spirit. I mean, it's all demonstrated to all of us this weekend that what we have here. And what I like to do is to sum it up in my humble years of 20-somewhat years of entrepreneurship, of what I gotten from this journey, and I sum up to 3 words of how one human being, together, collectively, then with the consciousness of everyone around us, to have created a billion-dollar brand right here. And so that first thing I want to share with you was, and I do hope that these 3 things I'm going to share with you, that you would take it to heart. Take it to heart not only in the physical words, but take it to heart the things that you feel, the emotions that you get connected behind those words. And the first thing is, and I believe Scott had talked about that, the first word is choice. We are one choice away from the true potential that we can become. How many of you wanted to have a better life? How many want to have more meaningful, have value to humanity? How many of you want that? How many of you believe without a shadow of doubt that you will get it? How many of you believe that? We are one choice away. And I do hope that today, this weekend, that you make that choice. You make that choice of becoming that person you're destined to be. And I remember in September 2009, when we met with Wendy and Randy back then, It was a very simple decision. We made a choice to do something with our lives. Now, was it all smooth ride? Do you think that the last 6 years was a smooth sail? Do you think that? It's like life. There are ups and downs in life. But you know what? When there's ups and downs, see, remember, we're human beings. We've got to honor our words. And then we made a decision. We made a choice of doing something for our lives and lives of people around us. So when you make that choice, when things don't work out, the things that, we anticipated, what do? You stick with it. Because why? You made that choice. How many of you have made a choice to be here this weekend? All of you. And give yourself a big round of applause for making that choice. See, it doesn't matter. There are people that have fight over gusty wind and sandstorm to be here. Some of you flew many, many hours to be here. Why? Because you make that choice. You make that choice of pursuing something. There is something inside deep in your heart that there's a message that resonates with you, that you want to find out something. You want to search. There's a yearning for meaning in life. And that's why you are here. And so when you make that choice of reaching out for your potential, all of you have raised your hand and about, believing and knowing that you will reach your potential. So when you make that choice, never ever give up. When times got tough in the very beginning, when we're building this company, when times got tough, what did we do? We said, we made that choice, we're going to go forward. We make that choice, we're going to go forward. That's life. So I do hope that all of us here, as human beings, we come to this tipping point of awareness, of not only having financial success, but having more meaning in our lives. Stick with your choice. You make that choice. It's a choice that you made. What do you do? When you make that choice, what do you do? Stick with it. And you work it, and you work it. When you stick with your choice, like we did, started September 2009. I could tell you back then, there's nobody made a dime yet. When we first started, nobody had really used a product yet. There was no jade, there was no pearl, there was no sapphire, there was no diamond, none of that stuff. We were hoping and praying that the product worked. You make that choice, you stick with it. And that is the beginning of a journey to go from where you are here today to reaching your potential of where you see yourself to be. That you made a decision. That choice is made. And that is it, and I'm going forward. When people laughed at us, what do? We tell people, look, you have a couple of options. You could wait until we create success stories. You could quit, or you can move forward. Move forward towards what? Towards our potential. The key to ignite your potential is making that choice. When you make that choice, are you going to make your choice count? Are you? Absolutely. It's your choice. See, when Wendy told me, Kim, you're going to be prettier, you're going to be younger, and you're going to be wealthier, I have a choice to make. I can either choose not to believe him, or I chose to believe him. I chose to believe him. And I moved one foot in front of another and just walk towards it. Let that path, as you begin that point of awareness, and say, you know what, I'm a human being. I gave my word that I'm going to build something. When you gave your word, you make that choice. You become conscious of your decision. So what do? You just go step forward and go march towards your dream. Just like what Scott Olsen has shared, that video, that powerful video of that snow train. Was it powerful? Most people would have stopped. When storm comes, what do? You're going to charge forward. You charge forward toward your dream, toward your potential. So make that choice. The second thing is having a shift in our perception of what's possible. And I want to share this with you. Before I got into this world of direct selling, of network marketing, I used to be an accountant. Many people call me, I was a bean counter. And I remember when my very first 20-some more years ago when I got into this industry, and I told this to a group of my friends about what I was about to do, and they all laughed at me. They said, Kim, you are a bean counter. Sales is not your gig. How many of you, when you decided to embark on this journey, how many of you had people pour cold water on you? How many had people that doubted you? How many had people that laughed at you? How many had people that rejected you? Show of hands. Say to yourself, it is okay. It's all in our shifting of our perception of what that is. There's a song by Adele called Hello from the Other Side. And sometimes, see, you were here this weekend. You felt something right here. See, the things that you felt, sometimes it's hard to articulate in words of how you feel. And when you felt something here, it's as if you had crossed a bridge and you went back home. You're so excited. You are so pumped. And you call your friend and you try to tell them all this stuff that you have experienced. Some of them will stare at you, or they will look at you and say, you know what, you've been smoking something. You've been brainwashed. But just remember, shifting in the perception of how we look at rejections, shifting in perception of how we look at things in life. That's what 20 years of entrepreneurship taught me. That sometimes when you cross a bridge, you are saying hello from the other side. Well, they weren't here this weekend. The people that you were trying to talk to, you're going to share your excitement with, they didn't feel what you felt. So you were like from the other side yelling over there. And say to yourself, you know what? It is okay. There's a right time for someone. I believe in this platform, everyone can do this business. But will everyone do the business? Perhaps it's not time for them yet. Perhaps they haven't gotten that awareness of saying, you know what? I need to do something with my life. And I believe in today's society, there's an awareness happening that people wanted more meaning in life. Rather than, every day get up, on what I call the treadmill of life. That you get up in the morning, you fight traffic. Then you drive your way to work. You work from 9 to 5. For a boss, perhaps you don't even like. Then after work, what do? You fight traffic going back home. Take care of the family. Take care of the kids. Next day, what do? Same thing. Get up. Fight the traffic. Go to work. After work, fight the traffic. Go home. Take care of family. Next morning, what do? Treadmill. But you know what? Have we ever stopped and questioned, what is this all about? What's the meaning of my life? What am I doing all this for? Is it only for survival? Is it only for daily living? And I believe that after 20 years, we have reached a tipping point of humanity that wanted to do something with our life. To me, Jeunesse is as much of a business platform as a life platform. A life platform that allows us to co-create. A life platform that allows us to create and to design the life we wanted to live. You look at all the diamonds and the double diamonds that are here this weekend. They pour their heart out to share with you. And you literally witness people from all walks of life. And they made it there. There's some commonality. There's common thread. That we wanted something, we made that choice, and we stick with it. And when tough time comes, what do? You have two ways of looking at situations. So when things are not the way you want it, and maybe, I've learned the last 20 years, a lot of the cause of my suffering, or I perceived as suffering the last 20 years as an entrepreneur and being in this industry, was self-projection. It was my projection of what other people thought of me. But it was really a projection of my internal thoughts. So when you feel as if the world didn't hear you, or your friends and family couldn't hear you, you know what? Trust me, someone is listening. There's divine source out there. It's listening and it's watching you what you will do. I remember the very first meetings, me and Wendy went to Indonesia. And I remember there's a couple of hundred people there. They were trying to boot us out of that room. When times got tough, what do? Just like that train, you're going to face a snowstorm. We made a decision. We came here. We want to change our lives, and we made a decision to help change other people's lives. So when things don't go our way, what do? You stick with it. Maybe that wasn't the crowd for us. Maybe that wasn't the crowd that we're looking for. We continued and talked. We continued to talk. We continued to sing that message. Because when you continue to sing that message, someone is listening. The world is watching you what you will do. Someone is listening. That's why you are all here today, this weekend. Those of you that say, yes, you believe in your potential, you know what? Someone is watching from where you are and see what you are all about. What is your action all about? Don't just say, yeah, I want to be successful. You know what? Go do it. Go pay your dues. It's been said that the price of success must be paid full and upfront. You want to do it? Pay your dues. You want to be a diamond? You want to be filthy rich and make a difference to help humanity? Pay your dues. How many of you have watched a movie called Karate Kids? Master the basics. Wax on, what? Wax off. Wax on, wax off. Now, it seemed like a pretty silly thing. Wax on, wax off. But that very gesture, that very act of wax on, wax off, you are practicing your basic fundamentals. So as you go out there, you pursue your dream. You go out there, you talk to people. When people didn't see the things that you saw, guess what you're doing? Wax on? Oh, come on, you guys. Let's do better than that. I'm from LA, okay, now. Guys, there is something called energy. What is this called? Wax? You go, guys. This is Jeunesse. Now, master your basics. When things don't go your way, this is how I look at it. I said, Wendy, don't sweat it. It's okay. It may not be the right crowd. We'll find the right one. So how do you know? We made a choice. We know. Go. Let's go. Pay our dues. Pay your dues. How many of you want to become diamond, double diamond, beyond? There is, and I could tell you this, each and every single one of you, in the middle row, second row, front row, back row, whatever corner you're in, and I could tell you this, there is a brilliant, glittery, shining diamond within each and every single one of you. The day that we signed up, we joined Jeunesse. There was no diamond. But the day that we signed up, we said we are all diamonds. We are letting this platform, this journey, to refine and to polish the edges, the imperfections that didn't belong to us. It's like Michelangelo. Once upon a time, there was a reporter that had interviewed Michelangelo. And the reporter had asked him, how did you create this magnificent statue called David? How did you do that? From a piece of marble. And Michelangelo said it very simply. He says, I did not create David. David already existed in that marble block. He says, all I did was to chip away the imperfection that didn't belong to him. Make that choice. Let the process wax on, wax off. Let that process chip away the imperfection. And let that true human being come out of you. That better, kinder, more compassionate human being come out of you. Last but not least, the last thing. It's called to create. To create your reality. to create a better world, to create a world that you wake up every morning and say, yes, I am moving towards my purpose of life. I'm moving towards something that fills my heart and my being in this cosmos. And I'm very grateful to Jeunesse. I'm very grateful for all the management, to the founders, to Wendy, Randy, Scott, and all the management team that put together this. There are men and women that work tirelessly to put this company together, that work behind the scene putting this event together. I'm forever grateful. We should always be forever grateful for what they have put together for each and every single one of us. Because it has allowed us an opportunity to create a world, a better world, a healthier world, a happier world. And at this stage in my career, I've come to the realization, I've learned that there are 3 kinds of human lives. And the first one is physical life. That's basic human survival, human needs, making a living, having warm shelter, food on the table. And the second part of second human life is social life. That's all of us trying to pursue success. Success, whatever success means to you. And the third phase, the third kind of human life, is called spiritual life. And I'm so grateful because of this life platform called Jeunesse has allowed me to grow in different stage of my life. And each phase of lives of human beings have its own value. Through meeting our basic human needs and through pursuing success, it allows us to remove the financial burden, allow us to remove that stress. But this stage has allowed me to reach or beginning to connect to a more spiritual life. And I'm so thankful that Jeunesse have Jeunesse kids, because I believe each and every single one of us, not only are we destined for greatness, but we also are destined to be better human beings, to create better humanity. And I am forever grateful to be in all of your presence, because there's many things that we can choose to do. And there's no accidents why we all collectively got together here in Las Vegas from different parts of the world that got together and spent the weekend here together. I do hope that you take all the energy, you take all the positive message that you gained this weekend. Go out there like that train. Go out there with clarity. Go out there with the awareness, with the consciousness to do something with our life. And together, we're going to change our world. And together, we're going to make this world a better place. Thank you very much.